Hello everyone, my name is Benny Ferguson and the title of this video is I didn't die for a reason. I'm almost positive I didn't die for a reason. And this video comes from me thinking about how many times I've almost died. And I want you to think about it. It's a question that's interesting to me. How many times have you almost died? One instance, I remember I was very, very small. I'm pretty sure I hadn't even started school. And we went swimming. My mom, a large group of our family, we went swimming in it was bigger than a creek, but not as big. I wouldn't classify it as a river, but it was running, moving water, and it was under a bridge. It was a little ways from our home. We walked there, swimming trunks and all, and we played in the water, hung out. But I almost died. As we were leaving, everyone else was out of the water, and I was, like I said, I was a young guy, and I remember stepping in a hole. I vividly remember stepping in a hole as I was moving toward where my mom was, and I went under the water. I stepped and I went directly under the water. It had to be like a deep pocket of water, and I went under the water. This is before I learned how to swim, and so I remember being up under the water, and it seemed like forever. And I remember putting my hands straight up in the air. And when I put my hands in the air, my mom grabbed my arm, pulled me up out of the water. And if I hadn't put my arms up, it's possible that no one could have seen me and I would have died. I would have drowned. Another time was I was in the 10th grade. I remember this specifically also. 10th grade. And it was after school, after high school, before a junior varsity football game. Me and some guys were in my car. We were going to my home where my mom was fixing us dinner before the game. And I remember we were going around the curve and I looked down. I looked down for some reason. And when I looked up, this is before cell phones and pagers and all that stuff, so you can't put that on me. But I looked down, and when I looked up, we were going into the curve. I turned the wheel, and the car began to slide. For some reason, I've watched a lot of race car movies. I turned the wheel the correct way, and we were sliding around the curve, and we came back up on the road, and we were fine. But, right a few feet off of the curve was a big, huge field where there were cows and animals in, but it was a large drop-off from the road. Not a huge cliff, but, bad things could have happened if we'd have went off that hill going 55 miles an hour. But I almost died. It could have died. Really. But I believe I didn't. I believe those things didn't happen because there was a higher purpose for me. There were things that were possibly meant for me to accomplish or to do in this life. And, I think that's why it happened. I think that's why I didn't die. But at the same time, it's still up to me to engage the possibility for my life. And it's the same thing for you. First question, and I'd love to see your comments. How many times have you almost died? And you know it. And what possibly may be the reason that you didn't die? Are you engaged in your true potential? Have you been able to release yourself from the limits, the limiting beliefs, the limited thinking, the fears, the obstacles that you feel in front of you? Have you gotten past those? Have you released yourself to really allow your full free expression, to be authentic, to engage those dreams, those ideas that you have for yourself? Have you begun to approach those goals and dreams that may be the reason that you didn't die? That may be the reason that you were saved, or may be the reason that you walked away from the accident unscratched or with very few injuries. I believe there's a reason. But the question is, you still have the choice of whether you engage the possibility, engage your true potential, allow your music to play, to really be authentic and walk your personal journey and to affect all the people that you're meant to affect over your lifetime. You still have a choice to do that or not. In order to do that, you have to get past your limited thinking. You have to release the binds that are holding you. But I believe everybody has a purpose, that everybody has something that they're capable of, resting inside of them. Everyone has gifts that they're meant to bless the world with. And I think that's the reason why you didn't die. I'm almost positive that's the reason I didn't die. So, I'm really interested in your comments on this one. I know I haven't asked for comments and that type of thing. I always love comments, no matter what you have to say. But I'm really interested in this one just to see where people are. What your thinking is. And if you've begun to approach the possibility, if you've begun to engage the potential that lies inside of you, if you want to learn how to release that potential, how to engage the possibility that is meant for you, how to begin to approach those goals and dreams that you know that you have inside of you that are begging to be released, that are begging to be made manifest. Or if you just want to be brilliant in every area of your life and see what type of results come from that, visit us at www.miningthediamondwithin.com. I'd love to see you there. Thanks.